Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Mishra here, and today we're going to be doing my debt confession video. Disclaimer, you may hear my dogs barking in the background. Where to start? So if you follow me on Instagram, you may have seen me update my debt. So my starting debt is $42,336.67. And so I will say that this is just my debt. So it doesn't include my husband's debt. We don't have any joint debt. But the reason why is because this is, I guess, my debt-free journey. Eventually we will pay off his stuff. But at this point, I'm ready to get it all done. I'm not really wanting to accumulate any more debt. And even though I do pay like extra on his debt, like a little bit extra than the minimum payment on his debt every month, anything at this point, if he wants to pay extra, it's something that he'll kind of do on his own with any extra money that he has. But after this is done, then we'll kind of like full force be working on paying off his debt. And so kind of like the story behind our debt, or not really the story behind our debt, but one of the reasons why I kind of say it's not Dave Ramsey approved is because when we first started our debt, I guess, payoff journey, officially was a few years ago. And since then, I've paid off like at least one credit card like multiple times, and I would take like lump sums of money like my tax refund, and I would just pay it off. But then an emergency would come up and we would end up racking it back up again. Like the $1,000 emergency fund, I think, is good for people that don't really know or aren't really that great with money and they need somewhere to start. So I think Dave Ramsey is a really good place if you kind of need guidance on what to do and where to start. But definitely it's something that you have to adapt to what works for you. So I had the $1,000 and that worked, say if like, you know, something might have happened to my car, I needed a deductible or something like that. But when it came to like real life, big stuff, it just was not enough. And so I only ever kind of had that $1,000 while I was trying to pay off my other debt. So instead of taking my tax refund and taking $6,000 and putting it aside as an emergency fund, I always put it down on my debt. So I had no emergency fund to fall back on. And so in 2020 and in 2021, we had a couple of emergencies that were like thousands of dollars. And so even though I had paid down my credit cards, they just accumulated back up again because we didn't have that safety net. So that's why now when you see me do my budget with me's, you'll see that every month I'm putting $400 aside into savings to accumulate more of an emergency fund while also simultaneously paying down the debt. And so so here's just basically a breakdown of the current debt that I have. And so the first one is my American Express. The original balance on this starting January is kind of when we're resetting everything, we're starting all over again. So the balance here, so this is a credit card, $896.89. And so the interest rate for this is 8.99. So this is the lowest interest rate. It's also the lowest balance. And Poison Ivy. So this also, it is a credit card, but what I did is, so one of my objectives, as you saw in my goals, if you watched that video, is to increase my credit score. And so since August of last year, I had been paying off a loan, but the loan doesn't report to my credit bureau. So because of that, my credit score, it had dropped and it wasn't reflecting the fact that I was paying down my debt. So now I want to change that, and so I'm increasing my credit score. So what I did was I got a line of credit and I took the balance of this and I transferred it onto the line of credit. So because of that, whenever you hear me say Poison Ivy, So that was, or is, $257.06 for the credit card balance that I have left on it after transferring, and then plus $9,500 of the line of credit. That equals $9,757.06. And so Bellatrix Lestrange is another credit card, and so this is my highest credit card. So again, this is one that I've paid down and then just had to accumulate it again because of emergencies. And so the balance for this was $18,000, wow, $242.58. So again, this is another credit card. And so Annie Wilkes, this is the loan that I had started paying off in August. And so in August, the balance was just over $7,000. And so now, as of January 1st, the balance was $3,046.80. And so our car loan is, or was, $10,393.33. And so these are the debts that are related to these names. And so the total of all this is $42,336.67. So now I'm determined not to accumulate any more debt. So just be paying off the balances. And so the order in which I'm going to do that, it would make sense for me to pay this off, but the reason why I'm not going to is because the interest rate is so much lower than some of my other debts, even though it might not really make a difference. And then the other reason is because every month I still have subscriptions that come out on this. So it's just not as easy for me to track it down to actual zero. So after I'm kind of done with these, I will work on that. So now that my statements have come through and all the interest has come for the period, and I made payments on the debts, this is what my new balance is for these. So for the American Express, it's $409.26. So I did make a payment on this in January because the limit is $1,000. So I just wanted to kind of get it away from the limit, you know, just in case, because I do have subscriptions that come on it. And then Poison Ivy. So the credit card portion is now zero. So that credit card has nothing on it anymore. It had this $257, but that is paid off. And then so now all that is remaining is the line of credit portion. And so that is $9,435.54. And so Bellatrix Lestrange, so that is my huge credit card. The balance is now $18,017.35. And so Annie, the balance is now $2,752.30. And then my car loan, the balance is now $10,158.63. So the total current debt now is Wow, $773.08. And so in the month of January, I made an additional debt payment of $600. But the difference between this and this is actually $15,063.58. So that's kind of cool. So and I guess it's always good to kind of break down your stuff, because, you know, I've always been paying all this stuff and being like, oh my goodness, like not really knowing how much it's going down. But so I paid $600 additional, but even outside of that, naturally, because of the minimum payments, the total debt, and not adding more to it, the total debt decreased by $1,500, just over $1,500. So that's good. So if that continues for the next 12 months, you know, if you saw my goal is to reduce my debt by $10,000. But if that continues, then potentially I could decrease it by $18,000. So that's 15 times 12. So that was kind of really cool to see. And so I thought that I would actually just update my board. And then again, I want to increase my credit score, and one of the reasons is because we would like to move, and you can't just move with any old credit score, especially these days because the market is so competitive. So just switching this amount. So this credit card, before I switched it over onto the line of credit, it had like $6,000 on it, I think. And so after doing that, now that the credit card balance is 0 and my debt to credit ratio is lower, my credit score increased 57 points. Yeah. And so as a strategy, what I'm going to do is the next loan that I'm trying to pay off is this credit card. Even though it actually has the highest balance and the interest rate is maybe similar to some of the other ones, the reason why I'm doing this is because this doesn't report to my credit bureau and this doesn't report to my credit bureau. So right now the objective is increasing the credit score. So these don't really have an effect on that right now. And then this is still my minimum payment, or what I pay on it every month, is $350. So I believe that's the highest amount I pay outside of my car loan. And so it'll also give me, I guess, the maximum amount of cash flow once I'm done paying it, if that makes sense. So anyways, I'm just going to update my board. Okay, so now my current debt is $40,000. Oh, and I don't know if I said this at the beginning, and not that anyone cares, but this will be the last time you see my nails like this. In this video, honestly, like, I was sick, so I couldn't go and get my nails done. And then after that, I just kind of wanted to, you know, make sure that there was enough time. And then I've been so extremely busy because this is a busy season. I would try and put this in, but I think, am I going to be able to do it with my nails? Oh. Yeah, I've been so busy because this is a really busy season. I do payroll and things related to that, so it's quite crazy. Okay guys, well, thank you so much for watching my video and tuning into my debt confession. And I hope you stay along with me for the journey of paying down this debt. So If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed already, please subscribe. Most of the people that watch my videos are not subscribed. Please subscribe. And we'll see you next time. Bye.